Islam is, for me, it's a more complete religion for me. So praying 5 times a day, and going to the mosque every Friday. It's something that it's become something that I've actually needed rather than actually wanted. Previously, it was more a matter of going to church. You start off weekly, then went to monthly, and then turned into births and deaths and marriages and Christmas and those type of things. So a lot of people have this attitude that the church was in your heart, but I just didn't quite understand that. So but growing up in that sort of environment, I never quite understood the concept of praying to anyone other than God. So whilst we're in church, people were referring to Jesus, but I didn't understand why we'd be praying to the second man, so to speak. So even back then as a child, I was praying to God and wanting to have that direct connection to God, and the difference really now is that we have that direct connection to Him. So prior to accepting this, my life was, maybe they can relate to this, it was a little bit like fumbling around in a dark room. So if you were to turn off the lights in this room, you may find your way around things, but you'll hit your knee on the table and hit against the wall or whatever it may be. But that's what life was like for me. So when I did decide to accept Islam, I didn't. It was a little bit like, with the room analogy, it was a little bit like having a dimmer switch and the light slowly turning on, and it became brighter and brighter and brighter as it got closer and closer to God. So, and that's, funnily enough, there is a verse in the Quran about that, and I'm sure other converts have sort of mentioned and had the same experience. But that's what life is like. So, it's moving towards the light and made things much easier for me from there. Things just made sense. So if they have any doubt, don't worry too much about comparative, about who is this, who is that, and what is that. Just feel, basically. So from there on in, we took the Shahada, Alhamdulillah, and after that I just felt like I was floating on air for probably the next couple of weeks. So and my life began to change from then. Don't wait until you're old to learn about Islam.